Thank you very much, Saudara Felix Chan, moderator for this afternoon forum. Party President, YB Senator Dato' Sim Kui Hiến, my dear friend from PRS, Dr. Richard Will, Political Secretary to the Chief Minister, all our friends from PBB, our comrades from SUPP, and friends who are here with us, and of course, our friends from the media. On behalf of the party, I would like to welcome you all, and in particular, our brothers and sisters from nearby state, Sabah, Encik, and Zainnal Ajamain, and together with his team at the back, welcome to Kuching, Sarawak. The objective of this forum is only one for today, is to create an awareness of the history of the formation of Malaysia, in particular, the Cobble Commission Report 1962, the governance and rights as contained in the Intergovernmental Committee Report, and Malaysia Agreement 1963, signed on the 9th of July 1963. We believe and think that this forum is important. If not, we feel that most, if not all the ordinary Sarawakians do not know. Number one, the Cobble Commission Report 1962, where only there, at that time, 4,000 people were interviewed, Sabah and Sarawak. And from that 4,000 members, they concluded that people of Sarawak and Sabah desired and wanted to form Malaysia. That's number one. And number two, the Intergovernmental Committee Report. All the rights and covenants as contained in there are so important. Now we have to have a look. Number three, the Malaysia Agreement, 1963. We call that MA 63. When we talk about our state rights and the autonomy as contained in these few documents, some of our federal people will find this sensitive. But for us, it is extremely important. We have come this far, 52 years since 1963. We never really had a big forum like this. To us, it's a forum, it's a start. Why we had to start? For 52 years, we felt that the rights and covenants as contained in those documents are not followed, have not been followed. And if we do not start now, we will never be followed. And this is so important at the moment that our Chief Minister of Sarawak, YAB, Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Arinan Haji Satem, he is now on this Sarawak autonomy. And therefore, we should be giving him that kind of support as a party, as people of Sarawak. Because primarily, we want the best for ourselves, our children, and future generations. This is the time where we have to let Sarawak people know that these documents in there as contained what had happened. So where do we start? As today, we look at the title, The Missing Piece of History. That part of history had never been taught in a history book. That part has always been missed out. If you look at our history books, primary school history books and all this, we have always been said we are the 13 states of Malaysia. But why are we 13 states? They cannot be considered 13 states. We know the history on the formation of Malaysia. But the history books do not tell us that Malaysia then was Federated States of Malaya, Sabah, Sarawak, and then Singapore. We had that. We formed Malaysia. We always say we formed Malaysia. We never joined. And this is important. We must let our people know that we formed Malaysia. Now today we are very honored to have our speaker here, Encik Zainnal Ajamain. He has spent many years, 10 over years or more, into this. So when I also had read his book, the contents, he's very informative. He has a vast knowledge of knowledge. And we are indeed very proud to have you with us so that you could share with us his thoughts, his findings. So to speak, we do not have to invent the wheel, so to speak. He will be here to tell us exactly what he had found. What are the things that we have been left out? What are the things that we have been shortchanged by the federal? With that, and then how do we move forward for people of Sarawak, including Sabah? I probably would like to end here, and I leave out about the time to my dear friend, brother Saudara Philip Chan. But before I end, I would like to quote this. This is my favorite. The first Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tunku Abdul Rahman. This is recorded in Parliament Handset, dated 28 April 1962. He said, when the Borneo territories become part of Malaysia, they will cease to be a colony of Britain, and they will not be a colony of Malaya. I thought I had made this clear. They will be partners of equal status. This one is important. We must always remember that was then the intention and thoughts of our family members, that we were equal partners. Equal partners means Federated States of Malaya, Sabah, Sarawak, now exclude Singapore, meaning we are equal partners. Federated States of Malaya, Sabah, and Sarawak. Question here is, are we equal partners? If not, why not? If not, what should we do? Should we continue to let this go by another 52 years? We may not be around, but this is important for us to ponder, to think. After listening later to Encik Zainnal, his thoughts and findings, then we move on as to what is next for us Sarawakians. What do we all want Sarawakians? We must safeguard Sarawak, our rights. Those as agreed in those documents. If they are in breach, what is there for us? What do we do? Probably I'll leave that later to our speaker. Now, with this introduction, I would like now to call upon Saudara Philip Chan to introduce formally our speaker for the day, Encik Zainnal Ajamain. And I wish all of you a happy day, and thank you so much for coming. Today is a Sunday, and you are sacrificing your Sunday for this. And I can assure you, this talk is very interesting. This will only gain momentum. How Sarawak will become depends on where we start. We always say, you want to start at a journey of 1,000 miles, is the first step. Hopefully, this is the first step, and hopefully, together, we move on. For us, our children, and for our future generations. With this, I say thank you and God bless.